So this is a 2015 Sprite Alpine 2, just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your hitch, jockey wheel and your handbrake. On the side you've got your jockey wheel release, and then you've got your mains power lead coming from your connection from the car to caravan. On the A-frame you've got an ATC unit on here as well, which I'll walk you through all of this while you're here on site in person. Front locker, you've got the gas locker with gas bottle on top and the gas regulator on the bulkhead. The yellow valve that you see on the left hand side of the regulator is there to turn off the gas supply if you ever need to, or isolate it. The gas valve on top, as said, as you can see, is open and close on top with a reverse thread fitment to the bottom. Just down the side here, in the locker itself, we have a water pump connection, which, as you can see, blue tab, you pull inwards and then you push it into the side of the van. The other end of the pump will drop into the act roll itself. So you put it into the side of the van, lock it in, and as I said, this end here drops into your act roll or waste act roll tank. I'll show you the filling side of it when we get inside the van. Also on this side of the van you have your heating and hot water flue for when you're running on gas. Nothing really to do with this, like the vans of the past where you had to remove the cover. You don't need to do that anymore. And down the bottom here you have your leg winder on each side of the van, which I'll show you on the other side in a moment. Go around there. Battery box, you've got your 110 amp battery in there. Mains power lead coming outside, and behind that you've got your motor mover power switch, which I'll discuss with you in person again. So the motor mover, I said, we'll do that in person, and the wheel nuts will also talk while you're here on site. On the side of the van you have your fridge vents. So one of these vents will take in some cool air and the other will blow out the warm air from the fridge itself. On the side of the caravan you have your grey waste pipes. So the grey waste pipes will drop down into your waste tank, and that is the fresh water that goes in the front has to come out somewhere, so that is the drain for that. Coming further back you then have your fill tank. The cassette at the bottom is the waste cassette itself. To release it you pull the orange handle up and pull it towards you. The orange button on the back there is a pressure relief for when you are emptying this tank, and the neck here turns out so you can tip the waste away. Before using this you'll need to put 1 litre of water in and a cap full of the blue fluid. And if the other half didn't want to be doing it, no excuses, you've got a handle here to tow it along with as well. On the back of the van you've got your wind down legs on either side, as you can see, and again I'll show you where the other one is in the front, and I'll show you how these work while you're here on site. And then just down the other side of the van, again you have got your other wind down leg also. Coming inside of the van, I do apologise if it's a bit blurry, the camera, the raindrops have got on the back of it. Above the door as you walk in you've got your main control panel for the caravan, so you've got power on and off once you're connected to mains power. On this side you've got your leisure battery voltage, so it's telling me how much power is in that battery. Then on the right hand side, when you're connected to your vehicle, it will tell you how much voltage is coming through from the vehicle you are towing with. Diagram at the top is letting me know that we've got mains power coming in. We've got mains power connected to the caravan, and then if you connect it to the car it will come up with an orange light on the car and a green light on the caravan. Water pump, I'll explain this in a second, and view levels, again we'll just bring it up the voltages on either side for whichever one you are using. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you how to fill the water system. So the act roll will be connected on the outside at this point, and your water pump etc. will be connected. You'd come over to each tap on the caravan, remove the plugs, open the tap up on the hot side of the water heating on both sides, which will be at the back of the van here. You open up the tap, and also the tap on the shower itself. Again you'd open it up on the hot side. You would then come above the door on the control panel and hit the water pump switch, which is just here. And once you press that button, you'll notice water starts running out of all the taps around the van. And once it's running continuously as it is now, to start with it will spit and splatter, and it will take a few moments to fill the system up. You will turn off each tap, and that means the system is full. I should have shown you before I started doing that, but underneath the seat on the far side of the caravan you have also got the drain down valve, which is the little yellow valve that you can see just there. That little valve is the way of draining down the system and filling the system. So when you lift the valve and put it upright, so it's pointing towards the bottom of the seat, the system will drain down, and when it's parallel with the floor, it will actually allow you to fill the water system up on board the van. Once you've got the water system full, you can go to the water heating and heating system control panel up on the wall. If for any reason when you turn the power on this control panel initially it comes up and the screen is off completely, press and hold the middle button and it will turn the screen back on. So to go into your options, you press the middle button. On the end here, you've got the internal temperature of the caravan, so as you can see, set the temperature wherever you wish it to be, so 20 degrees for instance. The next one across is your water temperature, so you've got 40 degrees of water temperature and 60, which is essentially the boost, the hot side, and then you've got boost at the top there. To set any of these, you press the central button in again, and as you can see here, it's now coming up at the top, letting you know the caravan is at 40, the water system is warming up at 40 degrees of water temperature. When you've got no water in the system, we do not advise you turn this on. Just here, you've got the option for the power supply going to run. So as you can see at the moment, we're running the caravan on electric 1, which is 1,000 watts of power coming into the caravan. Electric 2, 2,000 watts of power coming into the caravan. Mix 1, let's go to gas first. Gas is gas solely, so if you're off grid, you'd run it on gas, and all you need to do is press the middle button and make sure the gas system is the gas bottle is turned on. Mix 1 is 1,000 watts of power and gas if you want to use a bit of extra power to power the heating system and hot water. Mix 2 is 2,000 watts of power and gas at the same time. Electric 1, 1,000 watts on its own, and electric 2 is 2,000 watts on its own. To know what power supply you're going to use, you would need to ask the site that you are staying on, and they will inform you of what power source you can use. On the right hand side here, you have the option for the blown air, so you've got eco or high. So for instance, if you want to put it on eco, it will gently tickle over the heating system, a bit like when you've got your fan on low in your car, so it will gently blow the heat around the van. And if you want it on high, you can select the high option if not. Down the bottom here, you have got some options. The one here is for setting a program for the timer for the heating and hot water. You've then got the option to set the clock, which I'm just going to do now for you. When I can see the time, 10:01. So the clock is going to be set now. Heating and hot water. The time is now set on the control panel. The next thing we're going to come to on the caravan is the fridge system. So you've got your fridge, you've got power on, as you can see just here. Mains power on. At the moment it's trying to self-ignite on gas, so to ignite it on gas you'd simply select the gas option to make sure the gas is turned on and wait for it to ignite. If it failed to ignite for any reason, it will flash the gas symbol just here and the warning symbol on this end also. If you want to change the power source you're using, you press and hold the power button in the centre here, tap the button across and you can select 12 volt. If you want to use 12 volt, that you can do that when you're connected to the car, and it will turn the fridge into a cool box rather than a fridge itself. So you select the different power source. If you want to use mains, again, you'll press and hold the middle button and use the arrows to select the power source you wish to. To set it, you press the middle button and then you can control the temperature on the arrows again on the left hand side, or left or right hand side of the select button. To set it, you'll press the button again, and as you can see it goes solid on the control panel, and after a couple of seconds it will actually turn off to let you know that it is set. The cooker works like a household cooker with your hob, oven and grill, as you'd expect to see. Microwave again works like a household device, so again there's no difference in options on this, but it just works like a standard unit. Button at the front to release the door, and timer and set it on the control here. Inside though, we do recommend that you take the microwave plate out for when you are travelling. The last thing on this van that we are going to go through is the toilet system itself. To operate the toilet, as I said, you fill it up on the outside, press the blue button and that will flush the toilet system itself. On the left hand side of the pad here, you can actually see that you've got a light indicator which will let you know when the waste cassette is full, and that will appear red. The toilet does turn for your convenience, so you can get comfortable. However, when you are emptying the cassette from the, or removing the cassette from under the van, you do need to make sure the toilet is pointing straight across the van. The grey flap that you see at the bottom here is the waste flap, and to allow the waste through the cassette, you push the waste cassette flap across, and that will open up the waste cassette so the waste goes down inside. If you have any further questions on the Sprite Alpine 2, please do give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. Thank you very much. Bye bye.